The mother suggests asking Ferret in front of everyone, Siren or Dier. She thinks it's better to embarrass herself once and leave. And he asks his daughter to make a decision. And what happened, Ferret asked, when Siren stopped. He came over and held out his hand to her. After looking at his ring, Siren tells his mother that she was right. Siren headed for the car. And suddenly Callus Age appeared. He asked Ferret if he had looked in the mirror. Ferret replies that the girl he saw there is now leaving his life. Ferret begs his grandfather to do something. And Talus shouted, "No one is going anywhere and Siren will stay here." Ferret ran over and hugged Siren. Then Abaddon came out onto the street. And he said that Siren would answer for what she had done. Callus tells him that Siren does not have to answer to him. He tells everyone to be at dinner tonight, and asks Siren to take him to his room. Dier tells Ferret that he doesn't deserve it. Ferret explains that it happened spontaneously and asks for forgiveness. Dier says that she disgraced herself because of their hugs. She asks Ferret the question, will he let Siren leave when Sinan is caught? And Ferret replies to Dier that on the day when Sinan is detained, Siren will leave this house. Ferret asks to be given one last chance and Dier agrees. Ferret went into the house and Dier suddenly got a call from the designers and said that they were already here. She wanted to cancel, but then changed her mind. Meanwhile, Callisa tells Siren that she did a great job and she coped completely today. The day before, Siren had told him all about Abaddon. Next, Talus talks with Siren about Ferret and Dier. And about her feelings with Ferret. Talus advises Siren to break the peace for the sake of her happiness. Dier invites designers to work on their room with Firam. Ifeket, seeing this, calls her act hasty. And she notices something from the first days. She shows who is the boss here. Dier asks Ifeket not to confuse her with herself. I found out that there are designers in the room. Ferret rushes there. At this moment, Dier just wants to shoot a picture that she doesn't like. Ferret makes it just in time. He shouts that this painting cannot be removed from the wall, and asks her not to touch it. Ferret then reminds Dier that this is Siren's room, and she hasn't left yet. Siren wanted to leave, but Dier stopped her, saying that she would leave. Dier tells Ferret that she gave him one last chance. She asks you not to dare to follow her. When Dier left, Siren asked Ferret what he wanted. He replied that he did not know. Kazim asks Esma why do they need this Antep. After all, when the baby is born, he will live here like a prince. Abaddon is going to live in a mansion. To deprive Callus Karkin of peace. Sun begs him to stop. Meanwhile, in the mansion, on the way to dinner, Siren pushes Ferret ahead of him. He screams that he is in pain. And Siren advises him to continue pretending that she is not there. Siren asked him to choose, either he would leave Dier or Siren. Siren also sits on his chair, winking at Callus. He smiled back. Next, Talus says at the table that when a wolf starts to age, it becomes a laughing stock for dogs. He calls on everyone to finally get smarter in order to calmly step aside. Also, he says that there are people in this house who have told everything. My grandfather calls Siren a smart girl. Chalice says that although he officially transferred the rights to the house, he still remained in charge of it. What if Smer raises Antep's question again? Chalice says that now is not the time to talk about it.